So let's talk a little bit more about what brings you joy outside of work.
It's funny when I think about that, there's simple things like I was gifted a rose bush when my daughter was born, and it's planted by my front door. And every time one of those roses blooms, I stop on my way in or out and I smell it and I just drink in the scent. And I always have this wonderful feeling when I do that. And it's not only the scent of the rose, although my gosh, it just smells beautiful, but it's my daughter and it's the friend that gifted me the rose. And so there's the love that's included in that and the memory of those relationships. And sometimes when I look at the sky at sunset or at this beautiful landscape, I'm just blown away. It's just like a moment of awe at this exquisite gratitude. So for example, I used to drive the kids to high school and there's a hill and you can see the ocean. And I'm like, oh my God, who gets to drive their kids to school and see a view of the ocean? So I'll be overwhelmed with this gratitude. Could be notes in a song, like listening to a song and just a few bars of the song just do something that creates a poignancy, and I just really resonate with it, and there is a moment of joy there. So it's really a lot of little things that bring me joy these days.
Kind of something we talked about recently on a session, like those doses of things that bring you these really delightful feelings.
Yes. So for those of you listening, Donna and I were in a recent class together where we talked about microdosing yourself with the feelings that you want to be having in your ideal life. And that's a great observation that you just made. So I obviously have been doing that for a long time. So I'm having more and more and more of those moments until there's so many of those moments that weave through my days. Like just every afternoon, if it's sunny out, I will take the cushions out and have my lunch outside. And just, there could be just 30 minutes between coaching sessions, but I'll drink in the sun and look at the palm trees, maybe look at a hawk, and just eat my lunch very slowly, enjoy the taste.
Mm, I love that. Yeah, I think we could all do well to slow down a little bit and be more aware of just the beauty that surrounds us and isn't every day, right? We can get so busy and we have blinders on that we miss it all. We miss the joy in every day. Yeah.
Yeah. And it could be a hug. I remember hugging my daughter before she went home from being with us for the holidays. And I loved that hug. It was just a regular hug goodbye, but I remember just drinking it in, a little extra, drinking it in and just feeling it a little more than I usually would.
That's great. Yeah. And these don't require big changes, right? These are just little tiny adjustments, It's these are simple things to incorporate into your life, right?
Yeah, I think sometimes we need to achieve something in order to get to experience happiness, right? We need to have tons of money or something like that. I think it takes a while to learn that these moments are what makes it. But I don't know that you could just tell somebody that. I think you'd have to experience it for yourself.
Yeah, I think sometimes, well, I know this to be true. The more life you live, the more experiences you have, the more wisdom you have. At least you would hope so. I know that's true for me. And for me, I have learned that my life is not made up of all those big moments, the mountaintop experiences. It's all the little moments day by day that makes a life.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm realizing that too for sure.
So live in the present, enjoy each moment. Yeah. This next question is sort of related to what we're talking about here. So why do those small moments matter so much to you?
It could be where I am in my life right now, kind of just hitting that 60s bump. Um, that's when I started realizing, oh, I might only have 20 good years left, right? I mean, I might have 20 good hours left. You never know. And I think that's the thing. You really don't know what's going to happen in your life. And so to me, the way to make the most of a life is to make the most of what's right in front of you every day. And I notice that when I pay attention to those little joyful experiences throughout the day, I am also feeling joyful when I'm doing my work. So my conversation with my client on the phone is joyful. My preparing for this interview is joyful. Just about everything I'm doing is joyful. And I'm moving to the point where, in general, if I have to wash dishes or fold clothes or sort through paperwork, I'm coming to that with a reverence and a joy because none of us get to decide how long we're going to be on this earth, and none of us get to decide a lot about our lives. So I'm going to enjoy this moment in whatever way possible. So even if I'm excited that I actually folded a t-shirt in a way that looks nice enough that it could be set in a retail store, that's something that I can get some joy from.
That's great. So I was just thinking, when you're doing the dishes, instead of thinking I have to do the dishes, you could think I get to do the dishes. I'm healthy enough that you know, I own dishes. I am healthy enough to stand here at the sink, and I'm able-bodied, so I can do the dishes, and I can look out the window at the sunshine streaming through while I'm doing the dishes. Yeah, I get what you're saying. It's just changing your perspective and learning how to enjoy the small things, right? Yeah, love it.